Suzuki eVitara 2025 Prototype Review. Firsts don't come around that often in the car industry these days. But, for Suzuki, this is one of them. Say hello to the new eVitara. Technically the brand's first ever battery electric production car. Our first time behind the wheel of this new to Suzuki powertrain comes with a 90-ish% ready prototype at the UK's Utah Millbrook facility. At a glance. Pros. Great steering. Tidy handling. Well thought out interior. Cons. Slow infotainment. Boot is small. A lot of strong competition. What's new? It's probably faster to say what isn't new. The name. Yes, Vitara has been part of Suzuki's lineup for more than 35 years. Going from tough, in-ready utility vehicle to beach bum farrier to family-friendly urban-ish runabout and everywhere in between. As we've mentioned, this is the first Suzuki to go on sale with a battery electric powertrain. With the brand being deliberately slow and considered as to when to launch EVs across its markets. Unfortunately, the ZEV mandate for the UK has thoroughly kicked Suzuki out the backside. So it's keen to get some new models on stream so the brand isn't punished by increasingly tough rules from now on. The eVitara is the first, with Suzuki planning 4 more electric cars by 2030. The look is full of familiar Suzuki chunkiness, with the eVitara's design striving to be a not-too-distant companion to the regular combustion Vitara that will remain on sale. Its dinky dimensions are placing it in an extremely competitive segment, with new rivals like the Kia EV3, Ford Puma Gen E and Škoda Elroq to name a few coming out of the woodwork alongside some established ones. Under the bodywork is an entirely new architecture that has been developed by Suzuki itself. The eVitara shares almost everything bar a few design differences with the Toyota Urban Cruiser, but, unlike with other cars where Suzuki has simply rebadged Toyota models and called it a day, development of this platform and tech has been led by Suzuki. On top of leading development, Suzuki wants to lead when it comes to battery warranties, too, as well as a huge 10-year warranty on the car itself, albeit one that is main dealer service activated. Suzuki provides a 10-year battery warranty, 2 years longer than the industry standard. What are the specs? There are 49 kWh and 61 kWh battery options and, by default, your eVitara will be front-wheel drive with a single 142 bhp electric motor. A twin motor setup, nicknamed All-Grip E, adds a second electric motor that notches power up to 181 bhp. Suzuki is proud to offer an all-wheel drive version when many cars in this sector don't. As well as the eVitara offering a smidge more ground clearance than many rivals. The All-Grip E version features a limited slip differential to manage power. Car also understands that, while a Toyota Urban Cruiser can be had with all-wheel drive, that model won't make it to the UK. As for range, the WLTP claimed figures are as follows. 49 kWh 2WD, 214 miles. 61 kWh 2WD, 267 miles. 61 kWh 4WD, 246 miles. Both battery packs feature 11 kW AC charging and 150 kW DC charging capabilities and, regardless of spec, your eVitara will come with a heat pump as standard. 2 trim variants are offered, Motion and Ultra. Motion models are strictly front-wheel drive but available with either battery size. Ultra versions always have the larger 61 kWh pack. But you can choose from front or all-wheel drive. We've driven both front and all-wheel drive Ultra prototype models. What's it like to drive? What's instantly noticeable from the start is the steering. There's some impressively satisfying weight regardless of drive mode, which is something many rivals don't offer. Many are too light or lacking in feel. Here, you grip a hexagon-like steering wheel and get into the eVitara's rhythms fast. It's also a tidy handler. Zippy and sure-footed. Properly thrilling? No, this is a fairly sensible baby crossover. Remember, but there are some very sweet dynamics at play here. That squat stance allows for a good amount of grip, with the All-Grip E model naturally feeling particularly glued to the road. Body roll is also kept under tight control, no swaying heads when changing direction, and the ride is plump enough to feel balanced. Not too harsh, it can't tackle driving over a pebble without being crashy. Not too soft where it wallows over the largest undulations. Is it fast? Not really. But it's perfectly fine. There doesn't seem to be much difference between normal and sport modes from our time with it. But Eco will dull down the throttle. There's also a button that switches on the regeneration when you lift off the throttle, in its heaviest setting. It significantly slows the car down but not to a full stop. Noise-wise, the eVitara keeps tire roar down to an acceptable level even at motorway speeds on rougher tarmac. We did drive it on quite a blustery day. Mine, which meant wind noise was significant. More time in different weather might give us a more accurate baseline amount of motorway noise. What's the interior like? Neat and tidy to drive. Neat and tidy interior. Thankfully there are a few physical buttons that remain for key bits and pieces like climate control and driving functions, and they're set into an interior that is of decent quality. Yes, there is a big hulking slab of gloss black in the center console, but overall, materials used elsewhere feel good. No tinniness witnessed in some Suzukis of old to be found here. The infotainment and digital screens use new software, with crisp enough graphics that provide good info, right up until you want to use it, and then you realize it's a very slow system by modern standards. A tap of the screen usually takes a full second for any action to happen in. While the menu layout isn't too complicated, we'd like easier accessibility to the driving assistance menu. Rear space and boot space can be traded off between one another. As the eVitara features 40 hours 20 minutes and 40 seconds split fold and sliding rear seats that can boost legroom or expand the luggage area for your needs. With the rear seat slid to its furthest back point, my 6 feet 2 inches self can sit behind me with good legroom. Headroom is tighter, although there is a divot in the ceiling that's designed to make taller folk more comfortable. Even so, the flexible boot isn't amazing space-wise. At its smallest, you're looking at 244-238 liters, Motion, Ultra respectively. Due to extra subwoofer in the Ultra model, or 310-306 of a liter at its biggest. Before you buy, more than anything else, UK prices haven't yet been confirmed ahead of orders opening in June 2025. However, we estimate a start price of around £33,000. Placing the eVitara right at the center of the electric crossover pricing area. That means the eVitara has a lot to keep up with. Class leaders for similar cash like the Kia EV3 offer comparable range and tech but are much more practical. For example, the eVitara certainly handles well enough to be worth a look. But some may lament its lack of comparable space. Verdict: Suzuki eVitara prototype. A first for Suzuki, and one that's cutting right to the chase. Our first taste of the new eVitara shows that Suzuki still knows how to make a resolutely normal car handle well and offer a bit of charm. Whether it will stack up when so many other cars of its size and expected price are so good remains to be seen. Specs are for eVitara Ultra All-Grip E. Specs. Price when new: £3,500. On sale in the UK. Orders open the 2nd of June. Deliveries September 2025. Engine: 61 kWh battery. 2 electric motors, 181 bhp. 226 pound-feet. Transmission: single-speed auto. All-wheel drive. Performance: 7.4 seconds 0 to 62 miles per hour. 93 miles per hour. 0 grams per kilometer. 246 miles range, WLTP. Weight, material: 1,899 kilograms. Dimensions: length, width, height in m. 4,275, 1,816/40.